which will bring up our 2 final fights, says one of the trainers here. I'm trying to think. Was that, I think that was 4, actually, Trahan, from Team Link. The ground is a little slick here. There's ice underneath where our, trying to think, is this plastic underneath us? Some plastic ceiling before the ice, and it's a little slick here today, and I'm surprised we haven't seen more people fall down to the ground.
My feet are freezing right now, I have to say. I feel like my middle toes are numb as we speak. I'll be looking forward to warming them up here when the fights are over.
Well, maybe this one will warm you up a little bit, Ryan. A 205-pound clash between Matt Adrikut and Mike the Mustache Hansen.
Yeah, Matt Adrikut is the heavy favorite here. His moniker, his nickname is the Beast from the North. He's 6'3", he's 2-0. He has had 2 first-round KOs, one against Jesse Bogman at NEF 20, and before that was against Artie Mullen at NEF 19. As an amateur, this is really interesting because this is a nice feather in his cap. As an amateur, Pat Walsh, formerly of The Ultimate Fighter, fell victim to Matt Adrikut via round 1 KO. And that was at AFO Thanksgiving Massacre 3 in November of 2010. So Pat Walsh is a beast. So if he's, granted it was a long time ago, but that just tells you how good this guy is. Adrikut is the number 7 ranked light heavyweight and the number 11 ranked heavyweight in all of New England. So this guy is he's a very tough fighter, and Hansen has his hands full.
Adrikut talking a little trash, I noticed, on MMAfighting.com in the preview article for the New England Fights Heroes and Villains card. Basically trashed a little bit, I will say, in some of his quotes, wrestling in the state of Maine, saying he was a top high school wrestler in the state of New York, and that means a lot more than Hansen's wrestling game in the state high school ranks. So probably not going to endear himself to the crowd who may have read that article, but man, he has been able to back it up here in his last couple of fights, and he looks to stay undefeated.
And Mike Hansen is no slouch. He trains out of Berserkers MMA. He's 5'10", so he's a lot shorter than Adrikut. But he's very well rounded. He's 2-2. He's 4-4 out of Berserkers MMA. His last 4 fights, he's split, lost one. He's had 2 wins against Jesse Bogman, and that was a round 1 submission. As I mentioned earlier, Adrikut fought Jesse Bogman, and he won via round 1 KO. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys match up against one another. Clearly, Adrikut wants to strike, and I think Hansen might feel more comfortable in the grappling submission game.
Though Adrikut, as we mentioned, is no slouch when it comes to grappling himself. So we'll see exactly how that played out. But again, the mustachioed one about to enter here cage side. And Hansen actually was looking forward to fighting a month ago at the Looking for a Fight card, but had to back out, unfortunately, due to an injury. So he's ready and raring to go here on the September card. And look at the confidence exuded by him, and a nice haircut as well.
Yeah, he's a really interesting guy. A lot of people that know him have told me he's really unique. He's not very soft-spoken. He'll kind of say what's on his mind. He's kind of like a free spirit kind of a guy. So it's going to be, I'm really interested to see him here this close up because I've heard a lot about him, and now he's going against Matt Adrikut, who is undefeated and a scary, scary guy as he paces back and forth in the cage right now.
And we've seen some bantamweight fights here earlier on today. We've also seen some lightweight fights, but this is the heaviest fight we've seen all night long. So imagine a little bit more power than you've seen. Not that we haven't seen some power from some of the earlier fights, but I can imagine this one might have a little bit more stiffer shots that might take down a lesser man.
Yeah, the big boys can bang. That's you see that a lot in the light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions. You got that much more size on you. You're just naturally going to generate more power with some of your punches. So, and this guy Adrikut, that's what he likes to do. He thrives on that. So it's going to be interesting too to see if Hansen wants any part of that, or if he wants to get this to the ground. So, I think we need a knockout here, Brian. We haven't seen a traditional KO really just yet. So it'd be nice to see one. This might be the fight to deliver one.
It should be a pretty good one here. Hansen looks fired up. Adrikut calm demeanor, but he looks ready to go as well. And we'll see who comes out on top in this co-main event of this New England Fights card, Heroes and Villains. Before we get the official introductions by our ring announcer, I want to let you know NEF is coming back on November 4th. More details to come.
We go to the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner to my left. He sports a perfect record of 2 wins and no losses. He trains with Team Cut Combat and comes to us all the way from Reno, Nevada. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Adrikut. And his opponent. He sports a record of 4 wins against 4 losses. He trains with Team Berserkers and comes to us from Rumford, Maine. Tonight, he's sporting a full goatee, but he's still Mike the Mustache Hansen. 3 rounds, light heavyweights.
All right, so we have a light heavyweight clash between the Beast from the North, now fighting out of Reno, Nevada, and Mike the Mustache Hansen. Let's get this one going. They touch gloves, and we are about to see the fists and the legs start flying around as Hansen connects slightly with one leg kick, tries to go again, trying to chop down the taller man in the left leg of Adrikut.
And Adrikut almost looked to be taunting him there for a second, just kind of like telling him to bring it as he was backing up. Hansen right now is in the center of the cage. Oh, missed with a big kick there.
But you know what did not miss? The right hand shot by the mustachioed one, Mike Hansen. Adrikut seems to be a little cocky in there, a little confident. We'll see if that comes back to burn him, but he's only taken 1 stiff shot on the left side of his face so far and a couple leg kicks. Hansen, of course, the crowd favorite here. Going in. He's got some pretty good speed, a little bit thicker of a build, but definitely has his speed, but is in a headlock, but now has the back and takes down Adrikut.
Big slam there by Hansen, very impressive. And now he's looking to get the back of Adrikut as he landed a nice shot there. Oh, and Adrikut slips out, now on top in Hansen's guard.
Yeah, it looked like Hansen was about to get the back control there, and it would have been an interesting at least debate on what he was going to do, as he also landed down a nice elbow onto Adrikut. But now a good guard from both sides here as they try to work whatever they're trying to get done here. So it's slowed down a little bit. But again, the crowd in support of the man from Rumford, Maine, going against the one from upstate New York and also Reno, Nevada, and Adrikut.
And Berserker's MMA product, Mike Hansen on the bottom right now as Adrikut is raining down a couple of punches there to the top of the head. And wow, nice reversal there by Hansen. As we talked about his jiu-jitsu earlier before the fight started, he clearly is very slick on the ground, as you just saw right there.
Now working into north-south position as he's on top of Adrikut, trying to wear him down, trying to get to the arm, and he does have a submission locked in on the right side. We'll see if he can really cinch that one in and put the pressure on. He's still taking some shots to the left side as Adrikut is, again, at least harassing him with that, and he will tap.
Wow. Mike the Mustache Hansen hands Matt Adrikut his first loss. What a performance.
He hands Adrikut his first loss and then does a backflip off the cage. The Mustache comes out on top, and quite an impressive victory for him as he gets that victory he wanted a month ago, but he'll settle for a big head-turning one here tonight. Ryan, did you see that one coming?
You know, honestly, just because of all the hype that's been around Adrikut and what he's done, 2 first-round KOs, he beat Pat Walsh back in the day. He seemed to be the heavy favorite here going in. Kudos to Mike Hansen because, wow. I guess I am really surprised because I didn't see that happening.
Quick at 2 minutes and 31 seconds of the very first round. Your winner via tap out due to an armbar from Rumford, Maine, Mike the Mustache Hansen. Hansen.
So give the win to Mike Hansen.
Still one more fight to go, folks. Remember, before you leave tonight, make sure you get your tickets to the next NEF event being held right here at the Androscoggin Bank Coliseum on Friday, November 4th, a co-promotion with CES, the best in Northern New England, meet the best in Southern New England. Folks, let's get a few words with the winner of our co-main event tonight, the fully